Funding for Fair 2023 is brought to you by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, and by...
For more than 110 years, EMC Insurance Companies has served policyholders, independent agents, and local communities, providing insurance products for both business and life. Count on EMC.
My name is Kara Hayden. I'm super passionate about animal welfare. There's a lot of pigs that rely on me to train their caregivers. What we focus on in our training is encouraging our caregivers to understand that what they think and what they do matters.
Iowa PBS presents Fair 2023. Here is your host, Bill Riley.
Hi, I'm Bill Riley, and welcome back to another evening of great Iowa State Fair highlights on Iowa PBS. We're going to be here every night this week with a full hour of captivating coverage. The fair offers us a chance to come together to celebrate with contests and exhibits that are as unique as we are. There's something for everyone in tonight's show. They're big, they're bulky, and beefy, that's for sure. We'll see where these enormous animals tip the scales. We'll get to meet Jeremy Parson, the new CEO and fair manager. And we'll hear some ear-catching rooster and chicken calls up at Pioneer Hall. Tonight, we'll get started with an annual competition that showcases the hard work of young women from across the state. Let's head over to the Riley stage for the crowning of the 2023 Iowa State Fair Queen.
Adair County, Kerrigan Brown from Adams County, Emily Lauer from Allen McKee County, Natalie Burns. Representing Appanoose County is Chloe Potter from Audubon County, Sienna Albertson from Benton County, Izzy Burker from Blackhawk County, Sophia Brown. From Boone County, Aaron Barnes. From Bremer County, Lily Mayo. From Buchanan County, Addison Gerke. From Buena Vista County, Madeline Forbes. Representing Butler County is Brooklyn Wicks. From Calhoun County, Ashley Westring. From Carroll County, Molly Fries. Representing Cass County is Natalie Benken. From Cedar County is Molly Chapman. From Saragordo County, Hadley Shawdeck. Representing Cherokee County, Carlin Furman. Chickasaw County is represented by Tori Bierman. Representing the Clark County Fair is Kelsey Benda. Representing the Clay County Fair, Camden Van Gelder. From the Clayton County Fair, Reagan Stelkin. From the Clinton County Fair is Faith Henningsen. And from Crawford County, we have Peyton Henningsen. Representing the Dallas County Fair is Celia Kreifels. Davis County is represented by Clara Smith. Decatur County brings us Haley Burton. Representing the Delaware County Fair, Danielle Burkle. And from Des Moines County, Caroline Neely. Representing Dickinson County is Amy Martin. From the Dubuque County Fair is Kayla Donovan. Emmett County sends us Emily Paulson. Representing the Fayette County Fair is Anna Egan. From Floyd County, Josette Benning. Representing the Franklin County Fair is Kira Dodd. The Fremont County Fair Queen is Lillian Howe. Representing the Great Jones County Fair is Emily Meyer. Representing the Greene County Fair is Elise Badger. From Grundy County, Cora Behrens. From the Guthrie County Fair, Kirsten Kenobi. From Hamilton County, Amanda Ostrom. Representing Hancock County is Sydney Toohey. And from Hardin County is Casey Bradshaw. From the Harrison County Fair is Marky Bertelson. From Henry County, Kalena Durr. Representing the mighty Howard County Fair is Ava Ferry. From Humboldt County is Ava McIntyre. Representing the Ida County Fair is Margot McMillan. From Iowa County, Mariana Stevenson. From Jackson County is Megan Clemmy. Representing the Jasper County Fair is Jocelyn Harder. And representing the Jefferson County Fair is Brianna Steele.
From Johnson County, Kelly Marshak. From the Keokuk Expo, Autumn Belville. From the Keokuk County Fair, Chloe Zittergreen. Representing Kossuth County, Emily Meyer. Representing Lee County, Olivia Tennant. From Lynn County, Genevieve Scott. Representing Louisa County, J.C. Hoig. From Lucas County, Sydney Kane. Representing Lyon County, Alexis Landis. Representing Madison County, Emma Deppie. Representing Mahaska County, Olivia Brinegar. Representing Marion County, Carly Cox. Representing Marshall County, Lily Fisher. Representing Mills County, Emerson Griffin. From Mitchell County, Caitlin Hipsch. Representing Monona County, Addison Halverson. Representing Monroe County, Janelle Clark. From Montgomery County, Chloe Bruce. Representing Muscatine County, Kylie Langley. Representing the National Cattle Congress, Emily Ingalls. From O'Brien County, Ellen Hunt. Representing Osceola County, Hallie Headley. Representing Page County, Allison Johnson. Representing Palo Alto County, Adriana Kreger. Representing Plymouth County, Abigail Tilberg. From Pocahontas County, Nicole Panbecker. Representing Polk County, Emma Liss. Representing Pottawatomie County, Jaden Bates. Representing Poweshiek County, Jordan Ranfeld. Representing Ringgold County, Aubrey Reed. From Sac County, Anna McCullough. From Scott County, Cassie Postian. From Shelby County, Riley Obrick. Representing Sioux County, Annika Deckers. Representing Story County, Callie Colas. Representing Tama County, Adeline Sinkanink. Representing Taylor County, Amanda Ogle. Representing Union County, Marcy Bailey. Representing Van Buren County, Emma Yoder. Representing the Wapello County Expo, Heidi Wemme. Representing the Wapello County Fair, Savannah Chickering. Representing Warren County, Hannah Bedwell. Representing Washington County, Taylor Bartholomew. From Wayne County, Hallie Ingram. Representing Webster County, Althea Ball. From West Pottawatomie County, Natalie Osdemore. Representing Winnebago County, Allison Rigg. Representing Winneshiek County, Bryn Storhoff. From Woodbury County, Maria McGowan. From Worth County, Sydney Schilling. Representing Wright County, Michaela Beisel. From the Wyoming Fair, Paige Peasley. In your 2023 Iowa State Fair Queen hails from Henry County, Kalena Durr.
Some of the best entertainment comes from watching others do things you can't. Let's meet two performers from iFlip.
Yes, we do need muscle, but the timing is what's really important. So your weight's gonna bring the trampoline to a certain level, but at that precise moment, you got to push it down so it pushes you back higher. So every time you hit the bed, you push it down, further down, and then it's gonna give you back what you give. We're fighting with the trampoline bed all the time. We push her, then she pushed us. When somebody watch this show, I think they're gonna see that we are having fun. They're gonna have a laugh because we put some comedy in there, and then we put some acrobatics. So it's not just about performance, it's about having fun with each other and playing with the people.
Well, the show, let me just first say, it's so much fun. So we have so much to do. Like, it's not like an ordinary show where it might just be one thing. We have trampoline, and we have tumbling, and we have hula hoops. So you really get to experience everything when you're doing the show. And it really just feels like a family having fun together doing it.
My favorite part is the trampoline wall. It's my favorite. It's where we're all together and we're jumping, and sometimes, you know, oh, I'm gonna do one more flip here. So we try to impress each other and just like saying, you know what, I'm gonna do this today. I feel good, my body is great. We're just there having fun, a bunch of us that love and have passion with trampoline wall.
Wow, iFlip is a wonderful show, but please, kids, don't try any of these tricks at home.
I'd like you to greet the CEO and manager of the Iowa State Fair, Jeremy Parson. Come on down. How has it been so far becoming the new Grand Poobah of the Iowa State Fair?
You know, it's been a great experience so far. I started on March 6th. Like many Iowa kids growing up here at the fair, attending with my family, worked here through high school and college, so now it's great to be back in this role for sure. Well, it's kind of a fascinating story. There was this project of what do you want to be when you grow up? And so I loved the Iowa State Fair. I assumed somebody had to be, you know, in charge of it. How does that work, you know? So the letter, you know, went off to Marion Lucas, who of course was the CEO of the fair at the time, and he responded with, you know, here's what I do for a living. So I gave my school presentation, but he also said, you know, next year come meet me at the fair and you can really see what I do.
There's a lot of involvement, and it's just not, as most people think, you work 30 days for the 11-day fair, you know. It's a big business. So
I had the opportunity to do that, you know, just as, you know, 10, 11, 12-year-old, and that continued kind of every year until I turned 17, and a job opportunity was presented to me by Marion to be here in the summer in the special events office, and that really started several years of being here through high school, college, and even my first few years of teaching school. So it was a great summer gig for a long time, for sure. You can attend a lot of state fairs, and maybe the agriculture influence or sphere is not as big at that fair as it is at the Iowa State Fair. A lot of fairs really have kind of lost some of that homegrown feel. I think of the competitions at Pioneer Hall or the Bill Riley Talent Search. I think that's something that really still keeps the Iowa State Fair unique, is the fact that all of Iowa is represented here somehow. It's the anticipation of everything building. And just kind of managing all that, and again, being there as a resource for the staff, and then the board, and really everyone involved with the fair to put on the best possible event. I'm glad you're here, and I'm really proud and honored to be with the Iowa State Fair, but also good to see you. Yeah, good to be here. I think first of all, there's a tremendous staff here at the Iowa State Fair, nearly 70 full-time employees, and then that number expands to close to 200 throughout the summer, and then we add another 1,400 at the fair, so, you know, 1,600 employees. So obviously, managing people is a lot of what I do, and the great staff that puts on the fair.
Let's hear it up for Jeremy, everybody. I'm going to hand the microphone over to you, and you take it away.
But I really think the job of the CEO is to serve as caretaker for the fair. And I use that word caretaker because the Iowa State Fair has existed for nearly 175 years, and it's hopefully going to exist for hundreds of years after me. So there's been people in my role before and people in my role after, but it's my job right now to take care of it, for right now. And so that's really, I think, the job of the CEO, is to protect this great Iowa institution. And protecting it means preserving the traditions of the fair, but that also means making those changes as Iowa continues to change. So I just get to take care of it for a few years, and then down the road somebody else will come in after me.
All right, it's time for a little trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrating our history and preserving our past has always been an important component of the Iowa State Fair. Time capsules are a fun way to take a snapshot of a certain point in time and create a connection with the future. Now here it is. There are 2 time capsules located on the fairgrounds. Where are they, and when do you think they're supposed to be opened? I'm not sure if I know the answer to that one, but we'll have that answer coming up a little later in the show. But for now, a food contest that combines the art of creating complex flavors and textures with the science of canning. It's the Pickles competition at the Elwell Family Food Center.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to class number 33, Famous Dave's Famous Canned Pickles. And I think they told us we have like 129 jars this year. We're going to be scoring these on flavor 35%, consistency 25%, appearance 20%, and food safety 20%.
The criteria on the scorecard is the absolute perfect exhibit. And we're looking for the visual. When we look at that exhibit, you know, we eat with our eyes before we start to taste.
Isn't that a beautiful product?
We're looking for the complete package. It's properly prepared, good quality product in the beginning.
I was looking more for a crunch.
And when we taste that sample, everything's right there.
Dash, wow.
Okay.
Happens, yep. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Nice sour taste. First place went to George Elderbach. Is George here? George, very good. I mean, you know, when you looked at the description, reduced sodium sweet, and you know pickles are going to be vinegary, but you gave us a nice balance between the sweet and vinegar. Thank you so much.
I got really interested right before the pandemic, fall 2019, and started canning, and then the pandemic, you know, sort of upended everything, and then I started doing pickles.
George Ellerbach.
George Ellerbach.
I had 152 this year, so all the water bath categories, so pickles, relishes, jams, jellies, conserves, preserves, butters, marmalades. I think we said we were like all sticky all summer.
And first place is going to Rod Zettler. It's perfect. The taste is wonderful.
I have 179 canning entries.
Canning is art, and you're the epitome of that, so thank you.
I started out sort of slow, and then in terms of number of entries, and then that accelerated, and it's almost out of hand now.
And first place is going to go to Michelle Westfall. Michelle, you're what? You're shocked.
Well, I won kosher dill whole.
This is one of the most complete exhibits I've seen for a long time. Everything was here. The texture was wonderful. They're nice and crisp, but the flavor is just excellent. So congratulations, you've got a first prize winner.
I had an aunt in Minnesota, my Aunt Fern, who made the best bread and butter pickles and refrigerator pickles. She was the pickler, and she's no longer with us, but I hope I've done her proud.
I got a pie filling, apple pie. Got some cherries. I got a cherry tree. I got an apple jelly, a grape jelly, coffee jelly, and a corn cob jelly. In my whole life, I've never done anything like that. Now, my mom did. We was born and raised down in Bedford, Iowa. little old farm, and so my mama, she had to can things.
I'd be proud to take any of these jars home. They were all very, very good.
This is a fun deal, and it shows what you can do with things, you know, and just be creative. I expect there's a lot of people that do that, you know, creative stuff.
Here at the Iowa State Fair, a few things are guaranteed. Big fun, big food, big blue ribbons, and big animals. So who is this and how did they get so big?
His name is Rascal, and he just eats a lot of corn. He likes corn.
When did you know that this particular sheep was going to be enormous?
I got him a couple of years ago, and he just kept putting on weight, so then I thought that he would be the one to bring the fair.
How much does he eat total in a day?
Probably 15 pounds of grain and like a quarter bale of hay.
If you had to eat Rascal's breakfast, how long would it take you?
Oh, forever.
Nothing other than just wait. People will enter the rams ahead of time and bring them in, and then we will weigh them, and the biggest ram is the champion ram.
Who is responsible for this fine, large animal?
I am.
How did you get here today for the big sheep competition?
We had one a few years back as Dad. He was about 400, and we ended up 4th that year, so he ain't quite there yet, but we're just gonna have fun doing it.
Who is the big guy behind you today?
His name's Big Joe.
What goes into taking care of Big Joe? How'd you get Big Joe so big?
I gave him cake mix, nursery feed.
Big Joe, he's a 4.5-year-old York landrace cross owned by Jake and Chelsea Fieldboat of Muscatine. Their farm name is Port 360.
Tell me who you have here, your big animal.
How do you pronounce that?
Sasquatch?
Yes. My son named him, and that's his name.
If he had to run the State Fair 5K, how far do you think Sasquatch would make it?
Well, it would take a little time, but he would make it because he is good on his feet.
This boy would be your champion boy, and he weighs 1,012 pounds.
What is this event?
Well, this is the Super Bowl contest, and I believe it's the 41st one. You know, it's become quite an event, as you can see, for all the people that are here already.
Here comes Mean Gene.
It's just a kind of a tradition at the State Fair.
Duck weighs 2,762 pounds.
My family had the first Super Bowl 41 years ago. And then subsequently we had, I don't remember, 5-6 years ago, another Super Bowl, and he weighed about 2,900. But, you know, tonight we may see some larger than that. Mean Gene weighs 3,060 pounds.
So what have we learned? Cake mix, grain, and really any other snacks you have lying around the house are the key to raising a big animal if you want to be a big winner next year at the Iowa State Fair.
I am showing sheep at the Iowa State Fair.
What do you have? Who are these two?
It's Rosie, and this is Ebony.
And what kind of sheep are they?
They're black faces.
My understanding, your first time showing?
Yes.
So what do you think of this whole State Fair experience?
It's pretty interesting.
Why?
Everything, the hurry up and wait aspect.
So what did you just do? We just watched you wash.
Yeah.
Why do you have to do that?
To keep them nice and clean and then get their legs fluffed up for the show.
Well, we want to make them all pretty and get them all cleaned up for the show so the judge likes them.
What makes a good show animal?
Well, really, it's all leading up to like what you feed them and how much you work with them. Exercise is pretty big, and also what you feed them. And also it depends a lot on genetics and what kind of strand you're using for your DNA.
What do you have here?
I have a crossbreed of this Suffolk and a Hampshire.
And so in a breeding show, what are you hoping the judge is looking for?
Well, for a breeding show, you want to make sure that they're feminine. Especially for a breeding show, you don't want to like separate market and breeding. So you want to make sure that they look like a female. And it's pretty important that they have a really good ability to have lambs later on. So moving around the ring is important. Make sure they're like able to walk, and especially having wide hips so they can have lambs easier.
After all of that washing and prepping with your animal, it's time to get inside the waiting game before your name is called over the speaker, and it's time to go into the ring. Showing animals, it's in your kind of in your DNA. Your mom is shown here. What's it like to keep doing we'll call it the family business?
I like keeping on like growing our family farm and like doing new types of sheep, like the Suffolk, the one I got grand champion with. It's like my own Suffolk herd that we just started. So it's glad to keep adding stuff on to our sheep herd.
Now, you're off your foot right now because did you have knee surgery? What happened?
I tore my meniscus in track.
That kind of impacts you in how you can show. How has that transition rehab gone?
Pretty good. For most of the summer, my siblings have had to help do my sheep. So I'm glad that they've been able to do stuff. And then I got out as soon as I could to like help do my sheep and done what I can with my sheep.
Now, you already kind of spoiled it, but you won. What'd you win today?
Grand champion Suffolk breed, you.
Now, your mom has a picture of when her last day of showing. You are a tiny little person. You don't remember that day, but what does it mean to come full circle from, like I asked you about, connecting families from another generation to another?
I'm grateful that I get the chance to like show sheep and stuff, and like kind of like a family tradition to come to the state fair and show sheep. So I'm glad I get to do that and have the opportunity to do that.
Well, Hannah,
Yeah.
how'd that experience go?
Went really well, better than expecting. That was a hard class.
It was a hard class. Is that what you expected?
Yeah, but there were some good lambs in there.
State Fair time is the perfect opportunity to show off your talents. And folks just like you take part every day. Let's check out the results. It's time for a very short break, but when we come back, we will delight in the floral abundance in the Ag building. We'll see some sophisticated problem solving at the FFA Ag Mechanics and Technology Show. And we'll learn about what was happening at the fair when it returned after World War II. So stick around for more State Fair fun on Iowa PBS. The Riley stage was the place to be for talent today. Here are the performers advancing. Nice job, everyone. And don't forget, we'll bring you the Talent Championships here on Iowa PBS, Sunday, August 20th at 8 p.m. Welcome back, everyone, to our second night of Fair 2023. We're so happy to be here every night this week to bring you a full hour of State Fair highlights. The fun continues tonight with the FFA Ag Mechanics and Technology Show. It's a great opportunity for young people to display their knowledge and their skills. Brooke Kohlsdorf tells us more.
We're here at the State Fair's FFA Ag Mechanics show, where students from all over the state have brought their entries for judging. Let's take a look.
This event is our Ag Mechanics contest. This is an event for students to be able to show off their Ag Mechanics projects, ranging from restored tractors, farm equipment, welding projects, woodworking, and computer design projects. We have 115 entries this year, which is up from previous years, and we have 105 exhibitors ranging from 36 schools.
Tell us about your entry.
Hi, this is my John Deere X485 that I've worked on with the Nevada FFA. It wasn't in very good condition, so we got some new parts for it and whatnot, and then we started using it around the school.
Did you already know a lot about this, or were you kind of learning as you go?
No, this was something new to me, so yeah, I learned a bunch with it.
It's really interesting because some of these kids have some really innovative ideas, and they're doing a lot of cool stuff in their school shop programs. And so every year there's always a few new things that come, and it's been really exciting this year. A lot of really neat projects that kids have brought.
I made a welding table out of an old hog water that had been sitting behind our family shop for a couple of years. And I also made a plasma cutting grate so that way you could cut through anything that you needed to before you wanted to weld it back together.
What did you learn putting it together and now bringing it here?
This is galvanized steel, some of it is, and it's harder to weld on. So I had to ventilate it, and the splatter was a lot more. So that was overcoming that challenge. And then probably the wiring that I did down here, that was probably took the most time out of anything.
Tell me about this entry that we're sitting on.
So this is a table that I built mostly by myself, but my dad helped me a little bit to put somewhere in our yard that we're gonna set a fire pit next to, so that we can just have a nice outdoor sitting area. I just kind of working with my hands, and my dad's always been pretty good at it, so he just kind of helped me.
What's this behind us?
So this would be a family heirloom tractor. My great uncle bought it new in 1947.
How long did it take? This is beautiful.
There's probably a little over 500 hours. I worked on it pretty steadily every weekend since last September, off and on. Not a whole lot of people have the opportunity to be able to bring it down here to the fair and have this good experience with the FFA program, having this Ag Mechanics tractor division. And that also motivated me because I'm able to talk to many other people down here that know lots about this tractor. It was very much of a communication project, even by calling people who knew parts, and they're always willing to help you. Being an FFA project, they know you want to learn, they know you're trying to build your skill level. So relying on some other people making phone calls was a lot of the skills that I used in completing this project.
It's just a great opportunity for kids to show what they're learning in their classrooms. You know, this is kind of the opportunity for the public to see all the hard work these kids have put in over the last school year or whatever. And so this is a great example of all the great things that ag education is doing in Iowa.
A beautiful garden has sprung up in the agriculture building for the FFA Floriculture competition. All of these flowers have been grown, cut, and exhibited by high school students from across the state. Tell me a little bit about the competition.
Sure. Well, FFA members across Iowa, and we have many kids out here who raise flowers, and some of them they raise at school, some of them they raise at home in their own gardens. We have a huge variety to allow the students to be able to show the versatility of what they can raise. But it's really fun for the kids, and we probably have, I don't even know, we probably have over 600 that are being exhibited today, I would think.
Well, and things have been really busy here this morning. Tell me a little bit about the chaos of checking in and getting all these flowers distributed.
Yeah, we have some kids that travel from all parts of the state to be able to bring everything. We had so many students this morning at all the different tables. It was a constant flow of students putting the tags on and trying to get them set up right. And it really was intense this morning because you got to witness when I was kind of moving around trying to put out every fire. It's a great opportunity to see how quickly these kids can put stuff in, because they really only had from 7 o'clock to 10 to put all these things in.
This is your second year entering this competition. How many entries do you have?
So for my second year, I have roughly 57 entries.
57?
57.
Wow.
So I'm really hoping for the Dahlias again. We've got some really good contenders, but there's some really, really good competition here, just like there is about every year.
What's the most stressful part of this process for you?
In floriculture?
Yeah.
The tags.
Why?
Filling out the tags and knowing the division and the variety they are in, that's tough.
And what makes you want to be a part of this?
So my mom's really into gardening. She has her own greenhouse and she grows vegetables and I help out there. And so I'm also interested in flowers and I actually want to be an ag teacher. So this is actually a good thing for me to get into and learn about.
Well, I can imagine it's incredibly challenging to judge so many entries. How do you do it?
You gotta stay consistent. I mean, you gotta be able to look at quality, make a real fast decision, and consider all factors. The main thing you gotta look at is uniformity, freshness. That's just different things we look for.
People should come by and see this because later today we'll have everything set up with all the ribbons and it's going to look awesome.
Our great state fair was canceled during World War II. And when it returned in 1946, well, America had changed. And it was an exciting time in Iowa.
All heck breaks loose because A, it's the centennial of the state year, but also we are now at peace. The musical state fair is released that year too.
Rodgers and Hammerstein won an Academy Award for the musical adaptation of Phil Stong's novel, State Fair.
Our state fair is a great state fair. Don't miss it, don't even delay.
There's excitement and there's also, again, transformation. Haul your livestock not by train, but you might take them on your own in a truck to Des Moines to exhibit at the state fair. More and more farm families are finding leisure time because they're starting to specialize a little bit more. You've got electricity in your farmhouse.
We take you now to the Iowa State Fair, a great fair celebrating the centennial of a great state.
With electricity came radio and a connection to the outside world. The media began to play a bigger and bigger role at the fair.
The Midway is packed with activity, Ferris wheels.
My dad had a hand in bringing a new and even more powerful medium to the 1946 State Fair.
We brought television to Iowa for the first time. We had the International Harvester tent. It was a great, big, beautiful tent. right by the Varied Industries building just south. And inside the tent were television sets, big consoles with about a 9-inch black and white screen. So the people would come in, they'd look at the television set. Miracle! We'd never seen television.
200,000 people went through the International Harvester tent that year. 1954 was another big year. It was the 100th anniversary of the State Fair, and they celebrated with a horse caravan. More than 500 people made the trip from Fairfield to Des Moines on horseback and in covered wagons, camping along the way.
And for the whole town basically to put on their buckskins and bonnets and hit the road with the horses and buggies.
It was extremely hot. One of the few things I remember is the clackety-clack of the horses, because there were hundreds of horses.
A crowd gathered in the grandstand to honor the wagon train's arrival, officially opening the 1954 State Fair. Throngs of people, unprecedented media attention, an Academy Award-winning musical, the Iowa State Fair had found its place in the national spotlight. And now for the answer to tonight's trivia question. Where are the fair's time capsules located, and when are they to be opened? The time capsules are located to the east and west of the Ann and Bill Riley stage. The first time capsule was buried to mark the fair's 100th birthday in 1954 and is slated to be opened in 2054. The other, buried in 1986 to commemorate the 100th birthday of the fair's current location, it will be opened in 2086. I wonder what's inside. Well, our next segment, it's another way of looking towards the future of our state. It's Little Hands on the Farm.
Little Hands on the Farm, the mission is to teach the kids that agriculture is part of their life. The food that they go to the grocery store and eat is actually grown on farms, and a lot of that is grown on Iowa farms.
It's where you get to experience how to be a farmer.
So what is it like being a farmer?
It's dirty work because you have to milk cows, you have to take care of pigs, and you have to do a lot of things like pick apples and get all the fruit and vegetables.
This way.
Yeah. There are 12 different interactive stations, from the pig barn to the garden to the grain bin, chickens, where they get to gather things and then they get to sell that at the market, and they get $1 that they can go in and purchase something at the store.
What did you plant?
A super tomato.
Double rake. Tomatoes, tomatoes, bury the tomatoes. It's gonna be very hard for the super tomato to grow if it doesn't have all the dirt in the world. My super tomato is gonna be 15 million tons at the least. You need a lot of water to make solid gold.
You want an egg? You see the chickens? Hi!
What's in your bucket?
What do you got? Say hi!
Hi! Will we plant something?
It's very fun to milk the cows and get eggs from the chickens. You get to see how it works and how farmers actually do it.
Do you think farming is hard work?
Yes.
I don't know if I can. This might be hard.
What I like about it is going into the cow barn with a little cow because I've never actually milked a cow before, but I've seen cows because we have friends, our parents have friends that have cows. The udders feel so realistic that you feel like you're actually milking a cow.
You want one? There you go. Hello.
It's just a really good family activity. I know there's a lot of crowd out there. This is a great place for parents or grandparents to bring their kids. It's all fenced in. It's a pretty relaxed atmosphere. Everything is for the kids here, so there's nothing they can hurt. And it's a very safe area, and they are getting educated on agriculture.
We were here last year and this year, and we're going to be back next year.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! Okay, I don't think I'm going to be winning any State Fair blue ribbons, but lucky for us, we have some real competitors inside Pioneer Hall to show us how it's done. Let's head inside and listen to the youth rooster crowing and the ladies chicken calling contests.
1, 2, 3.
Were you nervous to enter a competition at the State Fair?
No, I did this last year.
Oh, so you're an expert rooster crower.
Yeah, kind of, pretty much.
Your chickies. Minecraft chickie, cock-a-doodle-doo, chicken run. Here, chickies, here, chickies. Waddle those wings over to mama. Come on, ladies, here, chickies. Here, chickies. Come on, chickies.
Co-winners of the Ladies Chicken Calling Contest, how did you learn this talent?
Well, last year we came on a whim. I thought it would be fun, and now it's a tradition for us. So I actually learned from watching PBS on YouTube from previous chicken calling contests.
How about you?
I grew up on a farm, and I've been talking to my chickens since I was 8.
You have practice then?
Yes, lots of practice.
From the nap stage, Blake Guyre treats us to the music, energy, and showmanship of Billy Joel and Elton John. Take it away, Blake.
I remember
when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and scrum our song. Had an old gold Chevy and a press of my own, but the biggest stick I ever got. Still a thing called the crocodile rock, while the other kids were rocking about my cock. We were hopping up into the crocodile rock. Well, right out back in the summer, I don't need just got this still. Never knew me that I'd cop, and I guess I never will. Wow, Lordy mama, this Friday night was so hard. Just that side, turn up back and go out on the side. Let me hear ya. Well, the years went by and the rock just died. Susie went and left us for some open guy. Some nights crying by the record machine, drinking down the Chevy and my own blue jeans. Never killed the things we got, burning up to the crocodile rock, burning fast as the waves went past. Burning dark like crocodile rock will last. Well, right out back in the southern shock, I wanna be just can't keep still. Never knew me or better the top, and I guess I never will. Holy mama, this Friday night, Susie hard, just as hard. Turn up back and go out on the side.
And that wraps up our coverage for tonight. We'll be back with you tomorrow night for the rest of the week. In the meantime, we've got State Fair fun ready for you whenever you want it. There are several ways to engage with us as we celebrate fairs past and present on our website and our YouTube channel, in addition to Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you check it out anytime, anywhere. Back at the studio, hey, they're already working hard on tomorrow night's show, and we've got some fun and excitement in store for you.
3, 2, 1, wrestling.
First, you'll want to hold on tight for Monster Arm Wrestling. Then let it all go and enjoy some sweet sounds up at Pioneer Hall. And of course, it wouldn't be the fair without the Butter Cow. It's such a thrill for us to bring you all the traditions you look forward to and some new events too. We can't wait to see you again tomorrow night for more highlights from the amazing, the incredible, the glorious Iowa State Fair right here on Iowa PBS. Until then, I'm Bill Riley, and remember, have fun at the fair.
Funding for Fair 2023 is brought to you by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, and by...
For more than 110 years, EMC Insurance Companies has served policyholders, independent agents, and local communities, providing insurance products for both business and life. Count on EMC.
My name is Kara Hayden. I'm super passionate about animal welfare. There's a lot of pigs that rely on me to train their caregivers. What we focus on in our training is encouraging our caregivers to understand that what they think and what they do matters.